Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to take a large village house and turn it into a village house of the future. Side note, why do future people always sound like this? And this is what the future looks like. I have taken the large village house and I have modified it ever so slightly to make it a bit more modern. In a very similar way as I did the blacksmith. I've only changed it enough to make it modern. I haven't changed it so much that you can no longer recognize the house. If you enjoyed this video, please do remember to hit that like button to make this series continue. It really is on the edge, guys. I don't know if it's gonna make it. And not only should you hit that like button, but I would really appreciate it if you do enjoy this series. Let me know what you think should get transformed next. Without any further ado, ladies and gents, let's get started. Before we begin, I can tell you that we will require every single one of these materials that you can see in both my hotbar and inventory right now. Please make sure that you have access to every single one of these, and once you do have all of them, we can almost begin. You will also need, before we begin, a house that looks like this. This is the large village house that we are transforming. It is a large, L-shaped house that you will find in your village most of the time. You will need one of these to continue. And once you do have this house, once you have all of these materials, pause the video if necessary, ladies and gentlemen. Once you have all that figured out, we can begin. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to place a white concrete left and right of the oak wood stair at the front of the house. Delete the stair and replace it with quartz stairs. I want you to also delete the door and place left and right of where the door was birchwood fence connecting from the stairs to the roof. I then want you to delete the bottom outside row of cobblestone that goes around the entirety of the house. There is a base layer that will connect you from one side of the entrance to the opposite side. We are deleting this and afterwards replacing it with white concrete. Just like this. The next thing we want to do is replace the windows. For the most part, the windows are easily replaced by destroying the oak woods all the way around the glass windows, replacing those oak woods with pillar quartz block, and then destroying the glass pane in between and replacing it with blue glass. The only difference is with this window right here on the main left side of the house. Destroy underneath the window, place upside down birchwood stairs underneath where you just destroyed, place quartz slabs in front of the top half of the stairs, extend the quartz slabs left and right by one, and that window is ever so slightly different than all of the other windows. All of the others can be changed very easily by destroying the oak woods, replacing them with pillar quartz block, and placing glass pane where they were previously. Another window that you do not have to concern yourself with is this window right here at the back top middle part of the house. This is not going to be there later. However, we do have a double window on the right side of the house, which will also be changed in the same way as the others. And we do also have an additional window just to the right of the house, here, right of the entrance. So that is what all of your windows will look like. The next thing we want to do is we want to take all of the cobblestone that the house is made out of, and we want to systematically replace it with grey concrete. This is one of the larger changes to the house and will certainly help to modernize it. We will be doing this to more materials throughout the house later on, but now I want you to focus upon the cobblestone. Change it directly into grey concrete. Just like this. Okay, the next thing we have to do is we have to alter the roof. The main problem is the back portion of the roof. I want you to destroy the roof completely on the back half of the house, meaning the back part of the house where the roof changes direction, so from pretty much this point onwards, all needs to be deleted, including any aberrant oakwood stairs that are not facing the direction of these stairs on the side. So these stairs that are facing downwards, you want to destroy all plank blocks that are all plank blocks and all stairs that are facing the wrong way. This is quite a large task. You'll end up with something that looks very messy, however very necessary. It'll look like this. Once that has been done, I want you to destroy the front half of the roof. However, the difference here is whilst you are destroying it, I want you to build it back using quartz stairs. So as you delete a row of oakwood stairs on the front part of the house, I want you to simply replace it using quartz stairs as we do it. Only until you get up to the top here where the roof reaches an apex. Like this. I now want you to start building the roof downwards again, which means on the opposite side of the roof, we are going to delete these stairs and we are going to place natural graduations of quartz stairs as they come down to the top of the back of the house. So where these stairs would be, I want you to place them until it is equal to the arrangement that you have on the front of the house, like this. Well, they actually don't come as far down exactly because we can only place stairs here, coming down the side of the house, and only if we were to extend the stairs one row over the side of the house, which we do want to do. I want you to also extend the quartz stairs one row across the house and place upside down stairs where applicable underneath the overhanging set like this. And also on the opposite side as well, we have yet to do it. We have to extend these over like this. And we will also place upside down stairs underneath the overhanging pairs. Just like that. The next part of this is very simple. I want you to use a row of quartz slabs that connects this side of the roof to the opposite side of the roof. Place it going around the grey concrete like this. It will connect together quite naturally. Half a row above, beginning from the stairs on top of this upside down one, I want you to place a row of quartz slab that is parallel to the first row of quartz slabs that will skirt around the top of the outside of the house. and it will also connect in pretty much the same position on the opposite side, like this. What I'm also going to recommend is that we now, once you have managed to do this, we are going to add a roof. We're going to use grey concrete to fill in this middle area here. The little roof garden is simply made out of grey concrete like this, and I also want you to delete any cobblestone blocks or oak wood blocks around the house, just like that one, that obscure the modern vision, meaning anytime you see like oak wood plank blocks where we have the entrance here, for instance, we're going to delete them and replace them with grey, just between the windows. Common times you'll see them like underneath the roof area here. Delete them all on the outside, make sure they are not visible from the outside, and then we can move on to the next part. And I think we have just about got most of them. We also have one here, and we also have underneath the roof here, and that will be the last of the oak wood plank blocks that we have to get rid of. So there we go. The outside of the house has a very modern feel now. We've done a very good job at transforming it. However, the last little bit of detail that I want to do to the outside is more centered towards the roof garden. The roof garden requires the materials that I have just placed in my hotbar. If you don't have access to all of these materials, such as grass and birch trapdoor, I recommend that you improvise with perhaps dirt or perhaps regular trapdoors. Make sure that you have these materials gathered. On the roof garden, I am going to reskin the roof now that I look at it. I want to delete all but the outer grey blocks, and I want to replace them with quartz slabs. Originally, I was just going to leave this grey, so if you like, you can do the same thing, and you can indeed leave it grey. However, quartz slabs are going to be a nice alternative. Once you've done this, I want you to place a birch fence at the end corners of the roof garden, with a leaf after the fence moving towards the middle of the roof. Then an additional fence, and then an additional leaf. Between the back pair of leaves, place grass blocks. Place your favourite flower on top of those blocks. Place trapdoors in front of the grass and flip them down. I'm going to place a halo of red carpet on top of the roof like this. I'm using red because it goes with the poppies. Feel free to alternate depending on the flower. I'm going to destroy the middle block just inside of what I'll refer to as the halo, or it kind of looks like the letter C, or N, or U. You know, it kind of depends on your perspective. That's what we want to have for the roof garden. We're now going to come inside of the house, and we are going to make some alterations. As you can see, it's very messy. The materials that I have just placed in my hotbar are the ones that we are going to use to work on the inside of the house now. Please pause the video if you need time to gather these. Once inside of the house, the first thing that I'm going to recommend is that we delete the floor, as this is one of the major changes that we have to make cosmetically to make the house look right. Replace the floor with either quartz blocks, quartz slabs, or white concrete. Like this. On the inside of the house, you will find that you have many cobblestone and oak wood plank blocks still inside of the house. Delete them and replace them with the appropriate materials. Most of the time, this is going to be grey concrete if it is on the lower half of the house. However, as blocks are in the ceiling, I want you to destroy these and do not replace them with anything just yet. But it is important that we do clear out all of the old materials, as they really don't go with the new aesthetic that we're trying to reach with our modern village. What I would recommend for the roof portion is upside down quartz stairs, in replacement of where the oak wood plank blocks were. This still gives us a relatively high ceiling, which is cool, but it now just textures the area instead. You may even feel the need to connect this quartz slab here to the upside down stairs just so that it looks a bit cleaner. If you would like some light inside of the house, I would recommend placing some sea lanterns in the roof. So this will involve deleting some upside down stairs, but it's well worth it if you do want to have some built-in lighting inside of the house. Next, we're going to place ladders leading up to the roof. So where you made that small hole earlier, simply place a row of ladders leading up to the roof with pillar quartz block left and right of the ladders. They won't connect to the ceiling. And of course, this will just bring us up onto the roof garden. Lovely. Next, I am going to place a table and chairs in the front right corner of the house. Place a pillar quartz block in the corner, a couple of stairs moving outwards from each pillar quartz block like this. I want you to place a birch fence one row away in the corner, away from the stairs, with a pressure plate on top. We now need some different materials to furnish the house further. To begin, I'm going to be using these materials that you can see in my hotbar right now. You don't have to use any of these, you can furnish the house however you like. Pause the video if you are planning on copying what I'm doing. Okay, first of all, as we walk straight through the entrance, I want to have a collection of furnaces built up against this interior wall. I also want to have a double chest directly to the right as we walk through the entrance. I want to have some utilities, so I'm going to place a crafting table in this position next to the stairs here, and perhaps a regular chest. I'm going to place a painting above these. I'm kind of fond of a specific painting. I like that one quite a lot, but it's... oh, that one works too. But it is specifically like a blue painting, or I would take that white one. Yeah, that one works quite nicely. I like that one. On the opposite wall over here, I'm going to place a bed, because villagers need to sleep. Left and right of these stairs here, I'm going to place some shulker boxes. White ones on the bottom and grey ones on top. These they don't exactly stand out immediately, so if you wanted to, you could even use either full-on grey shulker boxes or full-on white shulker boxes. This would conceal them a little bit more, grey ones being a bit more camouflaged. So they would be more so hidden chests that people might not notice. I'm also going to place a flower pot in the corner of the stairs/seating area with a poppy on top. It's my favourite flower, I love to include it in pretty much every tutorial. The last of what I'm going to be doing is this. I'm going to require red carpet and birch doors because I'm just going to place a line of red carpet that takes us throughout the house. I'm just going to have a zigzaggy row of red carpet that leads us from the entrance of the house all the way over to the ladders that takes us up to the roof garden. And that is that. If you wish to add further details to the house, I wouldn't recommend it because it's nice and simple, which is the complete idea. You might want to add additional chests everywhere. You might want to add some more utilities such as cauldrons, such as brewing stands, such as, you guys get the idea. You might want to make it a little bit more utility driven. But this is supposed to be a villager's house. It is not meant to be outfitted in all of your survival needs. It's just a villager house. And the last thing that we have to do once you are happy with the inside is put a birchwood door where the oak door used to be. And that is that. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what your villager house should look like once it has been 100% fully completed. As you can see, it has only been modernized. We have not completely destroyed the character of the house. It is still roughly the same shape. It has a very similar roof to what it had before. All of the windows are very similar as well. They're actually all in the same positions, barring one, made out of two-tone materials as the original. It has just been modernized and updated just to make it fit in with what we're going to be doing, which is making an entire modern village. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you have found this tutorial either useful or interesting. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button, as it does depend upon whether this series continues or doesn't. I'd really appreciate the likes, and of course, share it with a friend. Sharing is caring. If you want to keep up to date with all of my village transformations, then please subscribe to the channel and click the little bell next to the subscription button. That will ensure that you get all of my videos sent directly to your sub box. And if you do have any suggestions on what should be transformed next, we have only transformed 2 buildings. We have transformed the blacksmith. This is now a modern blacksmith, and of course we have transformed the large villager house, as you can see over here. That leaves us many options. We have the church, small house, library, butchers, and there's probably a couple more that I'm forgetting about as well. So please leave a comment down below letting me know what should be transformed next. I will also be leaving all of my transformations in the Modern Village tutorial playlist. You can find that in both the card system and the description below. All of the villagers love it. They're getting pretty hype about this transformation. Some villagers are even having a well party to celebrate. But thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate every single one of you so much. I can't wait until we have a complete village of the future. Pending likes. Goodbye!